Well, good morning. It's Thursday, June 25th. Robert Orban was a professional comedy writer who later became the head speechwriter for then Vice President Gerald Ford. He once wrote about stress in a speech for Vice President Ford. In it, Ford said, "Sometimes I get the feeling that the whole world is against me. But deep down, I know it's not true. Some of the smaller countries are neutral." We all know the old saying, stress can kill, has some truth. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Statistics tell us that nearly half of all worker turnover is due to stress. There are hundreds of books and publications written each year on how to deal with stress. They even sell recordings of ocean waves, babbling brooks, rain and breezes are there to help. I got one of those, ocean waves lapping on the shore. I wonder if the fish are biting near there. I wonder if I could catch them. I wish I could go fishing. No, I'm too busy to go fishing. I never get to go fishing. Stupid waves. Yeah, some folks deal with stress in different ways. They might try yoga, meditation to relax. I can't. I can't cross my legs because I'm old and fat. Besides, I can't sit still that long anyway. You might be surprised, though we shouldn't, at how many people in the Bible had stress. I'm reminded of one in particular, Elijah. At the apex of his career, he had a breakdown. Fear, depression, severe anxiety. But there's much to learn about how God dealt with him. In 1 Kings chapter 19, God sends him away for rest and nourishment. In verses 9 through 11, God allows Elijah to verbalize his frustrations. The verse isn't exactly like this, but you could translate it that says, go ahead, get it off your chest, talk about it. In verses 11 and 12, God reminds Elijah about his power, and he does it through a great wind, an earthquake, and fire. And then God reminds Elijah, you need to stop and listen for the still small voice. And by the way, in verse 18, he would remind Elijah that things are not as bad as they seem, and he's not even alone in his own anxiety. And by the way, again, in verse 19, God would send a friend, Elisha. We all suffer from stress. God doesn't intend for it to overwhelm us. He wants to help us overcome it. So when stress comes, talk to someone about it. Remember how big God is. But stop, be still, and know that He is God. Now stop and think about that.